Hey everyone, Dan here. I wanted to take a look at IPOE today. This actually kind of piggybacks on a video that I put out in the last few days, which is about really great opportunities that the recent stock market sell-off has presented in the forms of IPOD and IPOF. So iPod and IPOF. I'll link that above in case you want to give a look at that. IPOE is in a different situation, and I'll sort of talk about why. But I do think that there might be a good looking chart here. In any case, if you enjoy this video or any of my others, a like and a subscribe are really, really helpful at this point. And let's get into it. So IPOE is set to merge with SoFI and bring them public. And IPOE is a SPAC. If you're not familiar with SPACs, just have a look at the videos that I just mentioned, the iPod, IPOF opportunities video that says a little bit about what SPACs are. And so SPACs have this very often have this very formulaic life cycle where the IPO and there's sort of not a ton of price action happening until there's a rumor of a merger or a merger is announced. And when that happens, then there's often a huge run-up. And so the market is basically trying to price the company that the SPAC is going to merge with. So there's often a huge overreaction and it runs way up, and then a huge overreaction and it gets sold off really hard, and then it kind of finds a place. So IPOE is basically in that stage of the life cycle. What then typically happens is when the merger is actually going to happen and the ticker symbol, for example, is going to change from IPOE to whatever SoFi's ticker symbol is going to be. Maybe it's just SOFI. I don't know. Then there's often a resurgence of hype and people start buying back in again. So that's actually not why I'm making the case for IPOE, because their next part of the life cycle is this run up when the merger is actually going to happen. I think there's a good case for the chart in and of itself here. So just take this all with a grain of salt, because SPACs are a particular thing. So even if the chart is saying something that that seemingly makes sense, just the fact that it's a SPAC may kind of blow that whole thing up. So keep an eye on it, but here's what I'm seeing. This is the 1 hour chart. To me, the red line, and maybe this is sort of indicative with what I just said of be cautious because SPACs are a thing unto themselves. But this 1735 level is very close to the price as it stands right now, which is 1751. To me, that's basically cut loss area, or I'm not in IPOE anymore. I was before it had the initial run up, but this would basically tell me if it can't hold that red level, and if that red level becomes resistance, then I just wouldn't take a position at this point, and I would basically say this chart didn't pan out. This hypothesis was wrong. So, but if it can hold that level, what we're essentially looking at is a big bull flag here, where there's this consistent downtrend of lower highs, and it's coming to meet this cut loss area. And so this will happen sometime during the day tomorrow, because this bull flag runs out basically after hours. So we'll either break out to the upside or break and get pushed further down to the downside and sort of see it play out one way or another as soon as tomorrow. If it does break to the downside again, I just wouldn't take a position for myself. If it breaks to the upside, what I'd be looking for is for it to springboard off this 1801, which again, that's another really close level. So the nice thing about this analysis to me is these things will happen very quickly. We don't have to speculate about it over the course of several weeks. This will be a few days. It'll be clear what's happening here. And if this chart does hold up and we can get into this green box, the green means the money, and I think then we have a good opportunity to run ourselves up into the 19s and hit a couple of friction points and then have a nice launch over 21. So again, this could be the chart playing out. This could be, merger is happening kind of hype. Or this could all go bust. But I do think that there's something to keep an eye on here. I'll keep my Twitter updated as it plays out. and let you know if I end up taking a position or if this thing breaks down in any way, shape, or form. But if you're in it, good luck. If you are thinking of taking a position, good luck. And that's all for this one. I'll see you all in the next video.